if you want to get Microsoft certified Windows Server Hybrid Administrator Associate, right now you on the screen, you will be able to see here, end of this program, you've been badged with a certification program, or it's called a certification. It's called Microsoft Certified Windows Server Hybrid Administrator Associate. Now, for clearing this exam, you need to write two exams. The first program is AZ 800. So this training program we have been organized for this week. So you can attend this training program. And the next month, you will be getting a notification for another program called 801. So 801 is next month we are planning. So you need to write 800 first. Once you finish, you can go for the 801. So these are the two training program we have. So once you completed this program, you will be getting a badge that's called Microsoft Certified Server Hybrid Administrator exam. So this is the badge you're getting this one. So you have a hybrid uh, exam you're getting. Now I got a question from Robert Gango. It's asking like, is there any prerequisites we have for a AZ 900? No, Robert. For writing AZ 800, you need a basic knowledge about the operating system. Now, all of us here, it's been already having an experience on Windows Server management. A few people maybe started with a 2003, then 2008 or a 2008 R2. All these threes are it's been on a end of life. But right now, if you go to any customer place or in your organization, you may be using Windows Server 2012 or a 2016 or a 2019, and few people maybe started evaluating 2022 also. These are the operating system right available in the market. Now, about this course, this has been covering almost all services about Microsoft Windows Server. Uh, you maybe heard about a term called directory service, that's called Active Directory. So in this program, we are trying to understand how this Active Directory has been coming to picture on the hybrid scenarios. Because one side Robin has been saying like we are lifting and shifting to Microsoft Azure. So how this Microsoft Azure and existing Active Directory domain can be clubbed? Is there any possibility for that? And we'll try to understand a couple of Active Directory terminologies. That's called authentication, authorization. You maybe heard about a term called FSMO roles, and we'll try to see, is there any difference on the Active Directory on the Azure side? Because in the Azure side, you're not going to use a group policy or you're not going to use a FSMO role. Now you may be getting a question. Then how will you manage the FSMO role on a Azure side? So we are trying to cover about all this topic, like how Active Directory is being configured on the Microsoft Azure side, then how this can be managed using a Azure side. So these are the few points we are trying to cover here, and we'll be covering a couple of network services also, because if I need to communicate each other, I need an service called IP address. Already you maybe heard about a couple of service called DHCP and DNS. So DHCP is the service generally we are using for managing, or it's been distributing an IP address in a normal networks scenarios. Now, how will you configure a DHCP on a Azure side? So we'll try to understand about the DORA process. We'll try to understand how the DHCP can be configured on a Azure environment, and we'll try to see, like in case if you have a on-premises and Azure environment we have, is there any possibility to do a kind of a hybrid connectivity? And we'll try to understand about a DHCP clustering also. There is a new term called DHCP clustering, how the DHCP can be configured on a Azure side. So we'll be covering about here also. Then we'll be moving to DNS, like how DNS or the name resolution has been configured here. So what are the possibilities of DNS here? We'll try to cover that. And Iqbal is asking about a VPN. We'll try to give you some intro about VPN and routing access also, but if you're getting a time, we'll try to see like what are the VPN concept you have. We'll try to give you some intro or some summary about how the VPN is generally configured here. Now, Jay is asking like, how much does it cost for a Azure A800 exam? Now, in case if you want to write any exam, you don't need to go to a Prometric center nowadays. Right now on the screen, you can able to see 800 window or 801 landing page right now we have here. So both the cases 800 or a 801. First, it's been given a beautiful intro about who is been eligible for this program. Right now we can able to see it's been like it's been given a beautiful explanation saying that what are the topic it's been covered here. Like it's been covering about Windows Admin Center. It's covering about Azure Arc. It's been covering about Azure Policy or a Azure Monitor, and it's been covering about Microsoft Defender. So almost all topic it's been covered here. Now, if you're coming here, you will be able to download the study guide also here. Now, in case if you want to go by the module wise or a chapter wise, in case if you want to prepare for this exam, you need to download this. You can able to download the study guide here. Right now, you can able to see on the screen. There is a tip that you can able to see. There is a column is being given here. It's like it's called study guide, right? So if you are downloading this one, this has been pointing you to a study guide window that's giving a complete intro about how this exam is being configured and what is the purpose of this one. And it's given a beautiful explanation about what is the passing percentage you want. So all this information you will be able to download it here. So I'm just pasting that link also in the chat window. So that will help you to uh, plan your certificate exam study guide. So I request everyone to download this PDF page. So this PDF page you are getting from this exam code. You can just go to the 800 or you can go to the 801. In the bottom, you will be able to see the study guide. Now, in case if you want to do a lab, you have a exam sandbox is been available. Now, if you want to enable this one, you can use the sandbox. Or you can able to use the term called free account also. I'll help you that how to create that one. Okay, don't worry about that. I'll help you how to create a free account, or you can use a um, VMware workstation tool also on the laptop. You can install a VMware workstation, and with the help of the VMware workstation, you will be able to manage or you will be able to install the operating system on your lab. I'll help you on that part. Don't worry. So right now we have been discussed or we were discussing about the cost. So J is as was the cost for the exam. Now, if you go to this exam in the bottom, you will be able to see there is an option called for planning your exam, right? So right side you can able to see the country has been mentioned right now. It's been showing it's a United States. Now this batch has been connected from a different parts of the geography, and based on your location or your country, Microsoft is giving a flexibility to select this one. In case if you're connected from a Nepal, you can give the option called Nepal, and that will be showing a different price here. So each country having a different exam voucher or exam code. It's been or exam fees is been Microsoft is been fixed. So based on the country you are connecting, go to this page and you have a planning to schedule this exam. So if you are clicking here, this will take you into this Prometric page. And a few years before, all of us was going to a Prometric center, and from there you were writing an exam. Right now, it's been Prometric also. It's been bit flexible. You don't need to go to the Prometric center. Once you given here, you will be getting an option for writing from your home or writing from your office. There is an option you will be able to see. In case if you are good in from writing from your home, you can go for that option. So you can able to go for an option called write from home. The only point you need to remember, in case if you're decided to write from your home, make sure that you are sitting in a closed room and gadgets are not placed there, and ensure that your guest or the family members are not entering to that room. So because this is something like you are writing in a exam hall. So because the prometric executives or the resource also will be closely monitoring you. So in case if you're writing from your home, ensure that you are writing from in a closed room. So there's an option you have. So that's the point you need to remember. So ensure that you have a uh, closed room or you're using for this writing the exam. Now, these are the few topic it's been covering here. We are discussing about my experience, or we are covering the Microsoft Active Directory, covering DHCP and DNS. We are covering a couple of Azure teams also. Now, we are getting a question. It's been like we are covering the topic name. It's called Windows Server Hybrid Administrator role. So last couple of program we have discussed about Azure technology. It's been like how to create a free account. Then we had a discussion on how to configure a VNet, or we had discussed a topic called network security also. Now, end of the day, in case if you are using a cloud providers, or if any of the cloud provider, whether it's on Azure or if you're using any other third party cloud solution, end of the day, most of the times we are going to deal with Microsoft server operating system, because the OS or the compute which we are going to use inside that one, it's going to be a operating system only. Because you are an administrator, you are responsible for managing the OS, you are responsible of managing the patching, you are responsible for connectivity or the communication. And in case if you're using a Microsoft Azure, because right now we have seen like almost all the organizations are in the stage of a lift and shift method, right? Because right now all it's been migrating, or it's been trying to move either infrastructure into Microsoft Azure side. Now there are some situation like, even though if it has been migrated or it's moved to Azure side, a 20 percentage of the role will be staying back in the data center or a data room, because your Active Directory or a HR application or a finance applications or a critical component still will be available on a data center. So this is going to be kind of a hybrid mode. Mode means you will have 80 percentage of the resource will be hosted on the Azure side, and 20 percentage of the role will be hosted in the on-premises side. So this all course has been discussing. It's a combination of Azure, and it's a combination of on-premises also. How the Azure managing the resource, and we'll try to compare with how this has been managed in a on-premises infrastructure. So we'll be doing a kind of a comparison, and we'll try to see like how this can be interconnected also. So we'll be discussing about a hybrid kind of a mode here. So these are the few areas we are trying to cover. It's been like we'll be considering all the ISAS components, and we'll be discussing about all the Microsoft Windows Server services also here. Now, this is the roadmap for you. As I said, if you want to get a badge, or if you want to get a certifications on a Microsoft Windows Server side, there are two exams you need to write. The first exam right now, which you are scanning on the left side of the screen, that's called AZ 800 exam. That's the exam code, or the exam name is known as Administrating Windows Server Hybrid Core 1. And next month you have a next month first week you will have another exam called 801 also. So these are the two exams you need to write. And once you cleared both the exam, you will be getting a badge, or you will be getting a certification that's called Microsoft Certified Windows Server Hybrid Administrator. These are the certification exam you are getting. Clear? Now those are the two exam unit, right? And if you're clearing only one exam, you are not going to get this Microsoft certified badge, okay? Because it's mandatory that, I repeat, it's mandatory that you need to write both the exams. You need to write 800 and you need to write the exam called 801 also. Both the exam needs to be written. Now, when it is covering on the Microsoft certification part on 800, there are 5 areas this topic is been covering. 30 to 35 percentage of the questions you can expect from the Active Directory part. How the Active Directory has been configured, what are the different roles you have, how this has been connected with the Microsoft Azure Active Directory, how this interconnection is been doing, and how this has been managed on an on-premises side, or how this has been managed on the Azure side. So these are the few areas we cover. And we'll be moving into the access management, and we'll be covering about virtual machines or a container part, and we'll be discussing about network solutions. It's called DHCP or a DNS. This kind of topic also it's been covered here. And finally, we'll be concluding with the storage management, and we'll be covering about the file servers. And if you are getting a time, additionally, I am planning to cover a couple of a monitoring and troubleshooting information also for you.